Hello students, welcome to physics sessions. A very good morning, good evening to all. Hello students. Today we are going to discuss units and measurements, important concepts. This is Sandhya. I teach physics in a Spark Academy. Spark Academy conducting the YouTube free live classes daily. So join us for live classes for the updates. So those who are appearing for any competitive exam, EAMCET, JEE or NEET, so these sessions will help you to understand the concepts, and this is the information of the live classes. There are daily live classes, in session doubt clarifications. There is a free material in our app. Free material is provided, and the concepts will be discussed with the tips and the tricks for any competitive exam, EAMCET, JEE and NEET. So admissions are open right now for the academic year 2022 to 2023. There is a classroom as well as online coaching is available, and these are the course details. Short-term course, short-term course is available, and coaching is available, and crash course, regular course. So you can download our Spark Academy app. So if you're having any queries, you can contact the institute. So this is the YouTube live classes schedule. My live classes will be on Wednesday and Thursday. You can see here. On Wednesday and Thursday, physics live classes will be there. So you can join us for live updates. In these sessions, we will be having the important concept discussions. So these concept discussions will help you to understand the question and what is the concept behind it, and with the help of these sessions you can try to solve the more questions. So our session plan is, in today's session from units and measurements, we are going to discuss dimensional analysis concept. This is a very important concept from this chapter, which is frequently asking in all kinds of competitive exams in EAMCET, NEET as well as JEE. In this analysis, there are mainly three important applications. In today's session, we are going to discuss one of that application from the dimensional analysis, that is how to derive relation among physical quantities. PQs means physical quantities. So we're going to derive the relation among physical quantities, which is very, very important concept, frequently asked in previous years' exams. So here, students mainly to solve any concept, your approach to the subject is important. So how to approach the subject, and who is not understanding the concept behind it, so they feel physics is difficult. So you need to understand the concepts of physics by solving questions and focus more on concepts and try to understand the process of derivation, means the solving question also. So that process of solving question, how we are solving. So you need to focus more on that concept and that process of derivation. So in these sessions, we are going to discuss the concepts more and how to solve the questions based on that concept. So this will help you solve the most of the questions. In Spark Academy, in our regular sessions, we teach the concepts in detail. So these live sessions will help you understand the important concepts and problems based on that concept. So students, join us for live updates. As I mentioned, physics sessions will be on Wednesday and Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. So let us discuss our concept. So whoever appearing for any competitive exam, so not only preparing means not only spending a lot of time to prepare physics, it is not required spending a lot of time. You need to do the smart work. So go with the basics first. So with the basics, you can understand the concept easily. So without basics, we feel very hard. So to solve this analysis, dimensional analysis, so what is the basic concept behind it? So that we discuss here. So let us see. In this chapter, mainly we discuss the physical quantities, that to classification of physical quantities on the basis of dimensions. Dimensions are nothing but powers, which are raised with the fundamental quantities. So the physical quantity on the basis of dimensions can be divided into two types: dimensional physical quantity, dimensionless physical quantity. Dimensional physical quantities are of two types. There are dimensional constants and dimensional variables. Let us see the examples. Velocity of light in vacuum, which we represent with the symbol c, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, which is the constant value. So it is having dimensional formula. So it is called as dimensional constant. Similarly, Stefan's constant, Planck's constant, Boltzmann constant, gravitational constant, etc. So dimensional physical quantity, that too dimensional constant. Though they are constants, with their units we can express their dimensional formula. So they are called dimensional constants. Next, dimensional variable. These quantities are not constants. So in the measurement of these quantities, depending upon the related quantities, these values will vary. For example, distance. Distance of any object is not same. It will vary depending upon from where to where we are measuring. Similarly, displacement, force means how much it is acting in that particular situation, mass, time, etc. So these all quantities having units. Distance is measured in meters, displacement also in meters, force is measured in kg, meter per second square, mass is measured in kg, time is measured in seconds. These quantities will vary in the measurement of particular situation. Having their units, with the help of the units, we can write their dimensional formula. So these quantities are called dimensional variables. Next, dimensionless physical quantity. Dimensionless constant. For example, numerical values like 0, 1, 2, so on, exponential term, pi, and trigonometry functions. These are dimensionless constants. So 1 is a constant. So no dimensional formula for this constant. But if you come to dimensional constant, C is velocity of light in vacuum. Its constant value is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. With their unit, you can express its dimensional formula. But these constants are not having units and not having dimensional formula. So these are dimensionless constants. Next, dimensional variables. Dimensionless variables. We are talking about dimensionless physical quantity. So these are dimensionless variables. See, plane angle, which is measured in radians. Plane angle can be measured by taking arc length by radius. So it depends upon angle subtended by that arc. So it is variable, which is measured in radians but no dimension. It's a special quantity. Similarly, solid angle. And let us see strain. Strain is one second, students. Yes. Yes. Strain. Strain is the physical quantity which is the change in dimension. Dimension means can be length, area, or volume. So if there is a change in length, that change in length by original length. So strain can be measured as change in dimension by original dimension gives the strain. So if there is a change in length, then strain can be calculated as change in length by its original length. See, it is the ratio of same physical quantity. So it cannot have unit because meter by meter, it is unitless, so dimensionless, but it is variable. How much change occurs along the length, that much strain will develop. Similarly, refractive index. Refractive index is ratio of sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction. As we know, trigonometric functions are dimensionless constants, so no dimensional formula. So relative density, specific gravity, Poisson's ratio, these all are the ratios of the same physical quantities. So these are dimensionless variables. So this is the basic part to analyze the dimensional method and to deduce the relation among physical quantities. Here we are talking all quantities having dimensional formula, few quantities having dimensional formula and few quantities are not having dimensional formula. So we divided the physical quantities on the basis of dimensions. And we are saying dimensions are nothing but powers. Let us see how can we express dimensional formula of physical quantities. Yes. Here are few quantities we are given in the tabular form with their dimensional formula. You can see here velocity. And see, velocity can be written as length by time. That is the relation with length and time. Velocity relation with other quantities is length and by time. It's a dimensional formula. Length is measured in meter, time is measured in seconds. So dimensional formula of velocity, we can write it as by knowing its unit. For any physical quantity, dimensional formula can be expressed with mass, length, time, which are enclosed in the square bracket, and these quantities are also called as fundamental quantities. And these are raised with powers. These powers only dimensions. Yes. So for velocity, dimensional formula is there is no mass in the velocity, so 0. Length is there, how much power? 1. So L power 1. Time is there in the velocity, it is per second, so T power minus 1. So like that, few other quantities, their relation with other physical quantities and their dimensional formula. So our today's concept, that is dimensional analysis, which we are going to derive the relation among physical quantities. So you must know the dimensional formulas of physical quantities. So here few quantities are given. So with the help of these quantities, let us discuss the dimensional analysis method. So you must be aware of dimensional formulas of physical quantities. Here, for sample, I given 10 quantities. So let us go to the concept, how to analyze this method to deduce the relation, dimensional analysis to derive the relation between physical quantities. To derive the relation between physical quantities. By following 3 steps, you can solve this analysis and can get the relation between the physical quantities. Let us see here. The steps you need to follow to derive the relation. Step 1. Assume the powers for given physical quantity. That is the step 1. And step 2, write the dimensional formula. Write the dimensional formula of each quantity. Step 3, we need to compare the powers of mass, length and time from both sides. Both sides means from the given equation, from LHS side and from RHS side. You need to compare the powers of mass, length and time. So by following these 3 steps, we can reduce the relation among the physical quantities. Let us go with the example. For example, I am giving a physical quantity P is depending upon Q, R, S. We are given with a quantity P depending upon Q, R, S. And they are asking what is the relation between them. Step 1, assume powers for given physical quantities. So, P depends upon these given quantities. So, I can assume powers like Q power A, R power B, S power C. This is step 1. And step 2, write the dimensional formula of each quantity. So we need to express their dimensional formulas. For example, P is one of the physical quantity. So its dimensional formula expression will be like m power x, L power y, T power z. This is the dimensional, and x, y, z are the dimensions of quantity P. Is proportional to. Similarly, dimensional formula of Q in terms of mass, length, time, S, and these dimensions are not same for every quantity. It is different for different quantity. If it is velocity, dimension of mass is different. If it is acceleration, dimension of mass is different. That way. I am just giving that expression, dimensional formula expression of a particular quantity. So like that, L power Y, P power Z, and assumed power is A. Similarly, quantity Q dimensional formula will be in the form of mass, length, time, which are raised with powers, whole power B, and let me give like X1, Y1, Z1. Here X2, Y2, Z2. Because need to show for different quantities there are different dimensions. Similarly for S, S is one of the physical quantity. Its dimensional formula mass power X3 and L power Y3, T power Z3 whole power C. Students, who have joined and sent a message in the chat. So still is my voice not clear? There is a Kiran. Kiran, I hope you can hear my voice. Okay. Stefan's constant, Planck's constant. Okay, let us discuss. So the step 2 is we're just writing dimensional formula of each quantity. So I just given their expressions. And the last step is need to compare the powers of mass, length, and time from both sides. Yes. So let us go to one example problem. Here, let me discuss with one question how to deduce relation among the physical quantities. Then we can understand this concept easily. Then we go to solving numericals based on this concept. Here, let us take one example question. Force F, work W, and velocity. Velocity V are taken as fundamental quantities. Fundamental physical quantities. I am writing like FPQs. Means fundamental physical quantities. Then the dimensional formula of time is So with the help of dimensional analysis method, let us solve this question by following the 3 steps. Step 1, we need to assume the powers. So we need to express time dimensional formula in terms of these quantities which are chosen as fundamental quantities. So let us write T is proportional to F power A. We are assuming powers for given physical quantities. Given quantities are force, work, velocity. So W power B and V power C. And step 2, write the dimensional formula of each quantity. Each quantity means time dimensional formula n power 0, because in time there is no mass, there is no length, so dimensional formula is T power 1. So for this method, dimensional formulas are very important. Proportional to F power A. F dimensional formula is n power 1, L power 1, T power minus 2, whole power A, and work dimensional formula is n power 1, L square, T power minus 2, whole power B. That is the assumed power. And velocity dimensional formula n power 0, L power 1, T power minus 1, whole power C. You can just modify this second step, but I am going to third step directly. Modifying second step is nothing but you need to add the powers where base is equal. That's it. Third step is compare the powers. So I am taking powers of m from both sides. From both sides means, so this is the given equation which we are going to derive relation between them. So both sides means LHS side and RHS side. LHS side no power of m, 0. RHS side n power 1 whole power a, n power 1 whole power b, n power 0 whole power c. So I can write it as a plus b. And next, powers of L. Powers of L, LHS side 0. RHS side L power 1 into A, L power 2 into B, L power 1 into C. Where base is equal, powers should be added. So A plus 2B plus C will be equal to 0. Next, compare the powers of T from both sides. LHS side 1 equal to RHS side minus 2 into A, so minus 2A, where base is equal, we are adding powers here. Minus 2A minus 2B minus C. Yes, now simplify these equations which are in terms of constants. Take it as 1, take it as 2, and take it as 3. From 1 and 3, let us go to the next slide. I'm just writing equations here. First equation, a plus b is equal to 0. Second equation, a plus 2b plus c is equal to 0. Next equation, minus 2a minus 2b minus c is equal to, it is minus 1. So take these three equations from 1 and 3. From 1 and 3, we can write minus 2 by taking common minus 2, where a plus b equal to 0. So when you take common minus 2 here, a plus b will come, that is 0, minus c is equal to minus 1. So from this c is equal to minus 1, because 2 into 0 is 0. So substitute c value here, and from 1 and 2, substitute c value and substitute a as minus b. Yes, from 1 and 2, a as minus b plus 2b minus 1 equal to 0. So it is b minus 1 equal to 0, b equal to 1. Then substitute b value in equation 1. From equation 1, a will be equal to minus 1. So now go to step 1. Step 1 is we assumed powers. So we measured that assumed power values. So f power a from step 1. You can write here t is proportional to f power a. A value is minus 1 and work done. It is given like work done. We have chosen power is b. So b value we got it as 1. And next Velocity, we have chosen power is c. C value we got it as -1. So this is dimensional formula of T in terms of force, work done and velocity. And what is relation? T is equal to W by F into V. Negative powers will come down. So now this is the relation between them. Yes, no? Is that relation correct or not? You can check with the general formulas. Work done can be written as uh, force into displacement by force into velocity can be written as displacement by time. Force is cancelled, displacement is cancelled. So it is 1 by 1 by t, which is equal to t. So the relation between them is correct. So with the help of this method, we can express the physical quantity dimensional formula in terms of other physical quantities instead of fundamental quantities and can deduce the relation among them, correct relation among them. So what are the steps need to be followed? Step 1, assume powers. Step 2, write the dimensional formula of each quantity. Step 3, compute the powers of mass, length and time from both sides. So students, you can download the Spark Academy app for great discounts on our course. If you're buying any course from the app, you can contact for these numbers which are given below. So for any queries, you can contact this number. Here is the information about the app details. Free study material is available in the app. Free tests will be conducted and there is a free handwritten notes, free study material and provided with the previous year's questions and free mock tests. So admissions are open right now. Spark Academy branches are at ECL, Narayanaguda and Mehadipatnam. I take the classes at Narayanaguda, physics classes. So these are the courses available in the Spark Academy. Inter plus EAMCET, JEE or NEET and timings are given and long-term coaching timings are given. Regular coaching for 11th and 12th timings are 6 to 8 p.m. and school tutorials also. So for any student, for any competitive exams, basics are the building blocks for your subject. So our methodology is start right from the basic concepts. We start basic concepts, shortcut methods, all model questions regarding that concept, exercise questions, and previous year's questions will be discussed. Chapter-wise tests will be conducted, weekend tests will be conducted, and grand tests and analysis will be given after the test conducted. So Spark Academy having highly experienced faculty. So you can contact these numbers which are given below for any queries. So let us go to the previous year's questions based on this concept. This question is given in EAMCET. In 2019, 6th May, shift 1. So this concept is such important, which is frequently asking in competitive exams, and so as well as NEET exam also. So here, consider a spongy block of mass m floating on a flowing river. Maximum mass of the block is related to speed of the river flow v, acceleration due to gravity g, and the density of the block rho, such that m maximum is equal to k into v power x g power y rho power z. So they given the first step actually with the assumed powers. K is a constant. The values of x, y, and z should then respectively. So here they're asking only find the values of the constants which are assumed as powers. So let us see. Step 1 already given. The maximum mass is equal to k into v power x g power y rho power z. This is step 1. Step 2 is write the dimensional formula of each quantity, whereas k is constant, so no dimensional formula. For mass, dimensional formula is n power 1. There is no length and time. Velocity dimensional formula, actually it is the speed of the river. So we can express its dimensional formula L power 1 t power minus 1 whole power x. And depending upon gravity also, acceleration due to gravity. So it is L power 1 t power minus 2 whole power y, and density of the block, density is nothing but mass by volume. So n power 1 L power minus 3 whole power z. So second step is done, and step 3. Step 3, compare the powers. First powers of m, LHS side 1, RHS side is z. Because only in the density there is a quantity of mass. So n power 1 into z, which is equal to z. And powers of L, LHS side 0, RHS side 1 into x is x. Next, where base is equal, powers should be added. So plus 1 into y is y, plus L power minus 3, actually density is. So minus 3z, not plus, it should be minus 3z. Next, powers of t, LHS side is 0, RHS side is minus x, minus 2y. So whereas z is equal to 1, and x will be equal to minus 2y. So from 1 and 3, substitute 1 and 3 in equation 2. So from equation 2, you can write x is equal to minus 2y plus y minus 3 into 1 equal to 0. Then minus y minus 3 equal to 0. This gives y is equal to minus 3 only. Yes. Next, y z values you got, substitute here in the third equation y value. So you can write From equation 3, minus 6 minus minus 3 into minus 2 becomes plus 6 will be equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 6. So which option is correct? X value 6, y value minus 3, z value is equal to 1. Option B is correct. And this is the question which is given in NEET, exam 2015. Here, energy, velocity, and time are chosen as the fundamental quantities. They're asking dimensional formula of surface tension will be. So step 1, surface tension depends upon energy, velocity, time with the assumed powers. Let us assume A, B, C. That is step 1. Step 2, write the dimensional formula of each quantity. Surface tension is nothing but force by area. So you can write it as m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. That is the surface tension. So we can write m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Proportional to energy dimensional formula m power 1, L square, T power minus 2 whole power A. Velocity dimensional formula L power 1, T power minus 1 whole power B. Time dimensional formula is T power 1 whole power C. Now compare the powers. Here comparing powers of M first, LHS side it is equal to 1, RHS side it is 8, and there is no mass in other quantities. Next, powers of L. LHS side minus 1, RHS side 2 into A, where bases equal powers will be added, minus B, no, plus B, because 2 into A, 1 into B, it becomes plus B, and no length in the last quantity. Next, powers of T. Powers of T is LHS side minus 2, which is equal to minus 2A minus B plus C. Now solve these equations. A value is 1. So substitute here. Then you get B value is yes. While comparing, it is to A and B. So substitute A value here. Take two values this side. It becomes B is equal to minus 3. And substitute that values here. Actually, it is not matching with any option. Once again check that we given dimensional formula correct or not. So if we are giving wrong dimensional formula, the whole pattern will go wrong. Surface tension, which is equal to force by area, can be given as n power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. Energy is n power 1, L square, T power minus 2, because it is force into displacement. Next, velocity is meter per second. So L power 1, T power minus 1. And time, it is T power 1. Comparing powers, only A equal to 1. Next, powers of L. sorry, it is force per length, where I got the wrong checking. Surface tension is force per unit length, so it will be L power 0. Then it goes wrong. Everything, see? Here we took the wrong dimensional formula. Then obviously we get the wrong option. So it is 0. So it is also 0. Then B will be equal to -2. It is being equal to -2, not 1. Yes? Yes. Now substitute here in the third equation. Actually, pressure is force by area. Uh, Sorry for that mistake. We took the wrong. Surface tension is force per unit length of the surface. Yeah, substitute here. C value we get, whereas B is -2, A value 1. Then C also will be equal to -2, because minus of -2 becomes plus, -2 into 1. So -2 plus 2 gets cancelled, and C is being equal to -2. So A value we got, B we got, C -2. So substitute here from the step 1, you can substitute E power 1, V power -2, T power -2. Yes, option B is correct. Let us see the third question here, which is given in 2020 10th September, shift 1. It is EAMCET, which is given in EAMCET. Due to an explosion underneath water, a bubble started oscillating. If this oscillation has time period t, which is proportional to p power alpha, s power beta, e power gamma. P is static pressure, S is density of water, and E is total energy. Determine alpha, beta, and gamma. Here also they are asking the constant values. No need to find till relation, just finding constants enough from this method. So step 1 is given as time period is proportional to P power alpha, S power beta, E power gamma. Step 2, write dimensional formula. T power 1, that is the dimensional formula of time period, is proportional to. Yes, pressure dimensional formula, which is equal to force by area. This one you need to take it as m power 1, L power -1, T power -2. So we are writing m power 1, L power -1, T power -2 whole power alpha, and S is representing density. Density is nothing but m power 1, L power -3 whole power beta. Energy dimensional formula n power 1, L square, T power -2 whole power gamma. Now compare the powers of mass, length, and time. That is step 3. So first compare the powers of M. First about M. LH side 0, RH side is alpha plus beta plus gamma. Next, powers of L. LH side 0, RH side minus alpha minus 3 beta plus 2 gamma. It is RH side. And next, powers of T, LHS side is E1, RHS side minus 2 alpha minus 2 gamma. So solve these equations. Alpha plus gamma. So third equation can be written as minus 2 into, actually alpha plus gamma will come. Alpha plus gamma, which is equal to minus beta. From equation 1 I am substituting here. So here 1 is equal to students substitute the PPT has shut down. So we are doing this question, I think so, which is given in EAMCET. So the 3 steps I have done. So after that you continue, find alpha, beta and gamma. I hope you understood the steps how to follow. Next question, fourth one, using mass, length, time and electric current as fundamental quantities. The dimensions of the permittivity will be. Now they're asking dimensions of the permittivity using mass, length, time and electric current only. This question need not to follow the steps. Simply, if you know the formula, mathematical expression of in terms of mass, length, time about electric permittivity, we have the formula that is F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. This is the formula we have. So from this, epsilon naught will be equal to Q1 Q2 by 4 pi F R square. F. So for 4 pi, no dimensional formula. Q1 Q2 is nothing but charge. Charge will be equal to current into time, whereas current is equal to charge by time, rate of charge flow. So we can write here current is measured in ampere, time dimensional formula A whole square, because Q1 into Q2, both are charges only, by force dimensional formula n power 1, L power 1, T power minus 2, and distance between the charges is measured in meters. So its dimensional formula is L power 1 whole square. So if you solve this, you get n power minus 1, L power minus 3, T power 4, A square. Option C will be the correct. So students, from the dimensional analysis method, how to deduce relation among physical quantities is very important concept. So try to understand the concept, and that will help you solve the more questions about that, which is important for the physics preparation. Here we are giving you few questions to solve, and you can post your answers in comments. Question 1, giving only 2 questions. And question 2, same concept. Follow the steps and try to find the answers and send me your answers in comments. I hope you understood and it is clear this concept. When the concept is clear, you can do the more problems. So we will be having extremely important concept discussions which helps to solve the numericals. So join us for live updates. Thank you, students. Have a great day.